Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's good to have you in 2025. We're here. You've survived. I don't know if the resolutions you made in the first 2-3 days of Jan are still holding, but forget those. In fact, if you're a bit overwhelmed on how you can pace this year, find your purpose, figure it out. Most of the vlogs I've had for this year so far are a pace into how you can figure out life without feeling overwhelmed. So you can check those out. But if you're just joining in today, if this is your first time, you've just stumbled upon the page, well, welcome. This is a community of people who like to thrive, to grow in all aspects of life and transform their lives, especially this year where our word is what? Consistent. So we're consistently growing in 2025. Today, I want to share with you 3 things that I believe if you master this year, you're good. At bare minimum, you're good. Because these 3 things speak into every aspect of your life. That is critical thinking, patience, and emotional intelligence. Those 3 things are lifesavers. So I'm going to just go ahead and start with critical thinking. The first time, I've been a critical thinker for a long time, but my business partner, by the way, I started out a business. Go in the bio, or actually in the description box, I'll actually share our tags and you can find out what we do. Patricia Mumbazano told me that. Says, if you're going to raise your son, at the time it was just Liam, my firstborn, you need to raise critical thinkers. That's the one skill, or that's the one thing that is needed in anyone when they're going. And I wanted Liam to go to MIT. I'm one of those mothers who has very big dreams for their children. But yeah. And she says, if you can raise critical thinkers, forget everything else. Your children will be sorted in life. I said, okay. So I started to look at what makes someone a critical thinker. You know, what abilities, what skills do they need to have? How do they need to? And the winning formula of a critical thinker is questions. You must be able to ask the right questions and ask questions often. So critical thinking isn't something in the air. It's just that. Be able to analyze and ask. Why? You know, 2-year-olds who do that. Why? Liam, do this. Why? That's critical thinking. They're trying to analyze and figure out why things are the way they are. Why not? Why yes? Why no? Why do you want me to pass here, not here? And in that questioning, they figure out a path that works or a path that doesn't work, because at least they're able to make mistakes and figure things out. You must be a critical thinker this year. Think and ask. Because for me, I find that asking the right questions has gotten me so far. Even when an opportunity comes to me, even when a job comes to me, I ask myself questions about myself. Am I equipped? If not, what do I need? Who do I need? Ask yourself questions, because questions are a game changer. So for some of us who are in software engineering, in AI, for example, artificial intelligence works with questions. Data is collected through questions. Why? So if you use Chat GPT, you know that if you don't know how to ask questions, that artificial intelligence is useless for you, because you must be able to input the right prompts, the right questions for you to get the right information out of Chat GPT. So that's pretty much how life is. If you're a critical thinker, you're constantly asking why things are the way they are. Why can't they change? If they can change, how will they change? So become a critical thinker. That's the one thing I want you to master this year. The second is emotional intelligence. EQ, forget IQ. Intelligence quotient, we know you are very smart, you're intelligent, but the emotions. And my developers, I'm going to have to, throw you under the bus. You're the worst. We've been sitting in front of computers the whole time. You're coding. Literally, your other friend is a computer. So you forget humans. So most of the developers out there, I'm sorry I'm saying this, you're very intelligent, but EQ is 0. You have to work on that. Emotional intelligence allows you to give people grace, allows you to first listen, allows you to give people a chance to make mistakes and yourself to make mistakes. Emotional intelligence allows you to understand that now is not the time to speak. Now is not the time to, even if you're angry, now is not the time to react a certain way. Emotional intelligence also allows you to deal with different people in different places at different times and still manage, because we're all different. And people assume emotional intelligence is best for leaders, because you're like, I don't have a team I'm leading. I don't have to manage my emotions. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Even if you're employed, you do need to manage your emotions. You don't want to be the person who everyone knows you're triggered by everything at the office. We just say one small thing and sparks are flying. Then you're predictable. You're very predictable. They know they just need to do A, B, C, D, and they've finished you. So manage your emotions. I told you the first most important thing to master this year, critical thinking. Ask the right questions and be curious. The second is emotional intelligence. Manage your anger. Not everything is for blowing up. Some things you keep to yourself and take somewhere else. You can cry, just not everywhere. So manage your emotions. And the third most important, and I think I'm speaking as a mother on this one, is patience. Patience is needed in all aspects of your life. If you've been looking for success, even if it's something you want to buy, let's say you want to upgrade your car, unless you're a thief, you know that you've got to save up money, one by one makes a bundle. Patience is needed at all levels. It's just that as mothers or parents, for example, your kids test your patience all the time. But imagine that that's how kids and that's how people are. People will always test your patience. You must have that thing where you learn how to practice patience. Take your time, listen more than you speak, observe and say, let me go and think about it. Have patience for everything and believe and know that things will take time. People will take time to change. People sometimes don't change at all. Situations sometimes don't change at all. Situations sometimes change when you've even forgotten that there was a problem here in the first place. Just have patience. If you master critical thinking, emotional intelligence, and also your patience, those three, I guarantee you this year is going to be much, much better for you. Till next week, be safe.